If slide cancelling just does not feel the same to you inside Vanguard as it does inside Modern Warfare or Warzone, make sure you stick around for the rest of this video because we'll be going over what is the best movement settings as well as giving you movement tips inside Vanguard's multiplayer. If you enjoy tips and tricks videos like this, don't forget to sub to the channel as we're trying to reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers, and click that link in the description down below and subscribe to our main channel as well. We do want to reach 10,000 subscribers over there, and we do post tons of extra content on that channel too. But like I said, the first half of this video is going to be going over settings. The second half of the video will show you some movement tips and mechanics. So the first thing you want to do is actually something that I didn't even know we had to do to get good slide cancelling inside Vanguard's multiplayer, and that's actually changed the automatic airborne mantle setting. Now, originally when I made my first settings video, we had this all turned off because I just don't like automatic mantling in general inside of a game, so I turned this all off. But it actually turns out you do need to set the first setting to partial, grounded mantle needs to be off, and automatic ground mantle also needs to be off. Now, this is actually going to make your slide cancel feel much more like Modern Warfare and Warzone because it will reset your tac sprint doing this. So it actually makes it feel a lot better because that's kind of one of the main reasons of slide cancel in the first place, is that you're actually able to reset your tac sprint. So that is kind of one of the more important things. So you need to make sure you change this setting. This is kind of the main one that not everyone talks about. After that, then when it comes to automatic sprint, you definitely want to switch this to automatic tactical sprint. This is going to mean that once you push your analog stick, it's going to automatically tactical sprint for you, and you don't need to keep bashing in your analog stick, which is a bit annoying to begin with. It might hurt your finger too, and on top of that, it's going to give you stick drift. So you might as well use this setting, and it's just going to make your movement just way smoother overall, because especially when you're slide cancelling, it's going to allow you to tac sprint straight away and then try and do another slide cancel. It's just going to make your movement a lot better. Then the other one you want to change is your slide behavior. This is one of the more important ones as well. Instead of having it set to hold, you want it set to tap. And again, we'll get into why you want to do this, but it just makes it a lot easier, again, to slide cancel. Moving on into a private game now, what I actually want to focus on is teaching you how to do a few advanced movement mechanics. Now, they're not super advanced, but they're very important to do well inside Vanguard's multiplayer, or when the new integration happens for Warzone and the Pacific map. So the first thing is going to be slide cancelling. Now, what slide cancelling is it looks like what I'm doing on screen just now. And essentially what this does is it resets your tac sprint, which we said at the start of this video, which is really important because it keeps your movement speed really quick. You can get from point A to point B really fast, and you don't need to run double time because you're automatically resetting your tac sprint yourself anyway. Now, the next thing it does is it also changes your head elevation, meaning that you're less likely to get headshot sniped. Is that you want to hit your slide button, and then the jump button. So it's slide, slide, jump. That's how you want to do it. So it's slide, slide, jump, 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 slide, slide, jump. Now, so the difference between Modern Warfare and Vanguard, or Warzone and Vanguard, is the fact that you actually need to do 2 slide cancels to reset your tac sprint. So inside Modern Warfare, it only took 1 slide and then your tac sprint was automatically reset. But when it comes to Vanguard, you actually need to slide cancel twice, then it resets your tac sprint. So as you can see, after that first slide cancel did do it, nothing. And there you go, after the second one, it works. Now, if you don't hit your slide cancels correctly, it doesn't reset your tac sprint, obviously. But like I said, after the second one, that is when it resets your tac sprint. Now, another really important movement mechanic you can do inside Vanguard, and it has been nerfed from previous COD games, so it doesn't work like super effective as it used to do, but it definitely works really well still, and it allows you to see enemy targets while staying in cover and taking as least shots as possible, and that is snaking. So the way snaking works is you go prone, and then you hit your tac sprint up, you go prone, you hit your tac sprint up, you go prone, you hit your tac sprint up, and you just constantly do this because it only leaves your head showing for a certain length of time, but it allows you to stay in cover, but also see where the enemies are coming from. Now, there is slightly different ways to do this. This is definitely the easiest way to do it. So bunny hopping does return inside Vanguard, and that is another thing I do want to show you as well. So essentially what that is once you're in an attack sprint, you aim, jump, and you can jump twice. So as you can see, I done like an almost double jump there. So essentially you want to make sure you attack sprint, aim, and then double jump. Now I missed it that time. So as you can see there, I kind of flew across the screen. So that is how you want to do it. So you want to make sure that you're in your attack sprint, you aim, and then you jump again and jump. So that is how you do a bunny hop. So essentially attack sprint, aim, jump, jump. And you want to make sure you swing and turn, because if you don't swing and turn, it won't work. So for example, just attack sprint, aim, and then jump, jump. It does kind of work, but it's nowhere near as effective. If you're running this way and you turn on someone like that, that is the best way to do it. So essentially attack sprint, aim, there you go. I could shoot this target right here if he was there, for example. So we'll try that one more time. Attack sprint, aim, jump, jump. And it just makes you a lot harder to track, because essentially this guy is going to be aiming at you here. You're coming from behind this car. You're going to bounce from here, then to here. And that's very hard to track, especially if someone's trying to like shoot you this way. So like I said, bunny hopping is also a really good thing to do. So bunny hopping is a weird mechanic because it does depend on the weapon you're using. If you're using a pistol, you'll be able to bunny hop a lot easier, and you can see it here, than if I tried to do it with this assault rifle. It doesn't look nowhere near as effective, and that's because it's not, and it's a lot harder to do with an assault rifle. And then SMGs are obviously somewhere in between that, and that's why people like using SMGs, because you get a decent amount of movement with a fully automatic weapon that's got a large magazine size. LMGs are also going to be really bad for it, and snipers too. But a couple of things you can do to make it a little bit easier for yourself if you do like using assault rifles, or you do like using LMGs. I don't really think LMGs are good for bunny hopping in general, but a couple of things you can do is, first of all, when it comes to perks, what you want to do is actually choose lightweight. Now, double time can also help as well, because it increases the duration of your attack sprint, so giving you longer to try and pull off the bunny hop in the first place. But once you practice and get enough practice into it, you don't really need double time to do that, because as soon as you enter that attack sprint, you want to jump straight away. So lightweight is going to be a lot better, because it's going to increase your overall movement speed, just making it a lot more smoother. Now, the other cool thing as well with Vanguard too is that a lot of the weapons, especially SMGs, pistols, even assault rifles have this too, have movement perks added to them as well. So you can actually add fleet, which is going to help with your weapon swap quickness, which is not really too important in this case, but it actually helps with movement speed as well. So that is definitely something you want to add on. So if you do have the fleet proficiency on your favorite weapon, definitely use that. Also on the kit, make sure you use quick as well. That's going to help your sprint speed. Again, just overall speeding up your movement. And then lastly, for the stock attachments, usually the no stock attachment helps with your aim down sight speed, your overall movement speed, your aim walking movement speed. So definitely keep that in mind too, because the stock attachments are some of the other attachments that do help with movement. So there we have it. Those are some tips that are going to help you improve your Vanguard multiplayer movement. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to sub to the channel as we try to reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. And click that link in the description and subscribe to our main channel. And thank you very much for watching.